So I just got done putting out my books for my book giveaway, and I'm here at the post office. This is on Strom Drive and South 8th Street, outside of Dundee, Carpentersville, I think this is. And there's a young man that came in behind me, and he didn't have a mask on. I move forward in the line. The next lady moves forward behind him. We stay more than 6 feet apart. He gets done with his business. I move up to his spot, and as he's walking out, the lady that moves 6 feet away tells him, "Hey, you better have a mask on next time," like she's telling him to. This kid's like 22, 21, 22 years old. It's a kid to her because she looks like she's in her 50s. The problem is a lot of people don't understand the law. They don't actually understand what the policy is. Hey, Vane. So I made it a point when I got up there, because she's behind me, and I says, "Hey, that kid didn't have a mask on. Are you supposed to enforce the mask?" Because I already knew what the answer was going to be. He says, "Actually, no. Us as employees, we're federal employees. We have to do it because we're told to, but we can't actually force customers to do it because that's against the law. We can only express it via a sign, but if people walk in without a mask, we can't make them leave because they don't have a mask on. That's something we cannot do." And I says, "Oh, okay, yeah, I thought so." And I says, "You do know that Illinois policy states that if you can stay more than 6 feet away from somebody, there's no requirement for a mask, right?" And he says, yeah, that's one of the reasons why we can't enforce it, because I know you guys can stay more than 6 feet away. And the lady behind me says, "Oh, wow, I feel so bad because I didn't know that, and I just told that young man he needs to bring a mask next time." Guys, people are so uneducated with this stuff. They jump on the government's coattail and they think that they know and they understand everything, and they want to project it on everybody else. The problem is there's too many people that think they know everything, and they don't actually look anything up. They're just listening to what social media says. They just listen to what somebody else says. It clearly states in the Illinois policy, you only have to wear masks in spaces where you cannot be within 6 feet of somebody, or be outside of 6 feet of somebody. And here's the lady right here. That's her. Anyway, if you can stay outside of that 6 foot plus radius, there's no reason for it. Know your policies. Know what was put in place for you. And it's not even constitutional to begin with, because they're forcing you to do something that you shouldn't have to do. But even when the policies are put in place that don't make any sense, people still exaggerate them and make them what they're not. It clearly states that they cannot mess with you as long as you're 6 feet or more. But the problem that I have is the businesses that I do speak to that say something about the masks say they got a completely different statement than what Pritzker put out to the public. They say to the public, he said 6 feet or more, you should be okay. No requirement for the mask. They're saying they actually got paperwork that says no matter what, these businesses will put a thing on the door saying that we refuse you service if you don't have a mask. It's kind of fishy when 3 of the 4 businesses that I've talked to so far said the same thing. We actually received separate letters, Walmart, Sam's Club, Aldi, that you must have a mask on. But you go to a federal installation, or you go to something like the United States Post Office, they say they cannot enforce that because it's not an actual law. It's not a hard policy. It's just a requirement if you can't stay 6 feet or more. Know your policies, guys. And don't just regurgitate whatever kind of garbage comes across social media because they say that this is what it is. People don't know. They really don't know. They just repeat what they've been told that they think is important, and they don't realize that they're doing more harm than good. Anyhow, take care.